Hello friends, welcome back to the Mothership. Today we are marrying two of my favorite types of food and we are making our very own barbecue sushi rolls. Let's get started. Now, as you can see, we are going to be using our pellet smoker today. I have our pork on the top rack, furthest away from the flames as possible. And I'm running this at 180 degrees, probably for about 3 hours. My reasoning being, pellets are very efficient, so at higher temperatures they don't produce as much smoke. So if I want more smoky flavor on this piece of pork, I'm gonna run it at a lower temperature for several hours. So I'm gonna run it at 180 for a couple hours, and we'll probably bump it up. And then we'll keep doing it, let it keep doing its thing at that temperature, probably about 250 maybe, until it reaches this stall, and then we'll think about wrapping it. So for now, let it do its thing. We're about 4 or 5 hours in. Bark is definitely set. I've been just spritzing it with apple cider, the hard stuff. At this point, I think it's time to wrap it. So what I'm going to do is take it inside. I'm going to wrap it in tin foil with some butter on top and brown sugar, and throw it right back on, and let it keep pushing through this stall. We are about 8 hours in. I just probed all over. We are about 198 to 200 degrees all over this sucker, which means it's time to take it in. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to throw this into my toaster oven at about 140 degrees until I'm ready to pull it, because it is kind of earlier in the day, and that should let it rest. Side note, instead of using apple cider, excuse me, to put in when I wrap it, I actually did orange juice this time, so curious to see how that turns out. Anyway, take this into my toaster oven, about 140 degrees. We'll come back when it's time to shred it. Okay, we've had plenty of time to rest. Let's pull this pork. Oof, that is a lot of liquid. I'm going to actually get rid of some of that because clearly I don't need that much. All right. Now, first thing we want to do, obviously, is pull out our bones. Easy peasy. Now, in general, when I'm pulling pork, I'm just looking for anything funky, taking that out. But for anything not funky, I'm just kind of separating it to get, you know, different pieces of the meat. Obviously, it's not whole hog, but it's as close as you're going to get from a single store-bought cut, and just mixing it together. And again, pulling out anything funky. That's a nice smoke ring on there. That looks good to me. Perfect. All right, now, because of what we're going to be doing in the next step here, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of barbecue sauce, get some barbecue in there. Perfect. Now it's time to get together some sushi rice and make these little barbecue sushi rolls. Now what we need to start here is a sheet of nori, like so. All right, and we need some sushi rice. Honestly, any rice is gonna work, but you want it to be sticky. You can actually find sushi rice either on Amazon or usually at your grocery store. I'm gonna put a slight layer all across our seaweed here. All right, seems good to me. Now I'm gonna get a little bit of our pulled pork here. And by a little bit, I mean these are going to be ginormous rolls because that's a lot of pulled pork, but whatever. I'm also going to add in some cucumbers and a little bit of shredded carrots. And then a smart person would have used my mat that I already have here, but I'm not smart, so we're just going to roll these up. going to press it down to make sure everything is nice and held together. Perfect. We're going to take a sharp knife here. We're going to try and cut it so it doesn't fall apart. There we go. BBQ sushi. Like I said, these are chonkers, but that looks pretty good to me. Now, she can hear me, so I'm not going to say too much. My wife is better at this than I am. I'm not a great sushi chef. It's not in my blood. But I'd say those are pretty great. And I'm going to serve these with barbecue sauce, but I think what really matters right now, we need to see how they taste. Now, I absolutely love Asian food, whether that's Japanese, Chinese, Korean, whatever. It's all good to me, and that means I love sushi as well. Sushi's fantastic. And obviously, I love barbecue, which is why I created a barbecue channel. So I've always thought, why don't I just marry the two together? And here we are. This is the result. What we've done is we've taken just your standard sushi roll, your not inside-out roll, your standard sushi roll, which is just your nori, rice, and then all your goodies inside. In this case, we've got our pulled pork. We've got some cucumber, and we've got some carrot. Now, honestly, a little bit of Asian slot probably would have been good in there as well, but this is what I wanted to do today. I wanted a little bit extra crunch along with that delicious barbecue pulled pork. And as I was doing this today, I was thinking all the different variations we could have done. We could have done brisket, we could have done, I don't know, rib meat, chicken. There's all kinds of different stuff we could have done, which opens up so many doors for different types of flavors, and I'm kind of excited to keep exploring this one. But on the other side of what we created today is our delicious looking pulled pork, some carrots, some sushi rice, some cucumbers, a little bit of barbecue sauce. Smells good. I add a little bit more on top. And honestly, I think it's about time to give the old-fashioned chomp and see if all this effort was worth it. So let's give it a go. That's kind of what I thought it would be. Pulled pork and sushi rice and seaweed. Fantastic. Honestly, guys, this is really fun to do. Like I said, I've already been thinking about all the different types of flavors I can fuse together in sushi. I'm excited to keep doing this. And if you guys are looking for something to really spice up your barbecue, if you're having a party and you're looking to do something a little bit different, do some barbecue sushi rolls. That'll really be a head turner at your next barbecue. But I would love to hear from you guys down below. Have you ever tried this? Have you ever thought about trying this? What are your thoughts? Is this just crazy out of left field? If you're a diehard sushi chef, I'm sorry. I've just ruined your entire profession. But I love sushi. Don't get me wrong. The real stuff with the fish. But this is really, really good, guys. I highly recommend giving it a try. And most importantly, get out there and cook something absolutely fantastic. And let me know what you're doing down below. And I'll catch you on the next UFO barbecue. Bye-bye.